Hey, drop a comment right now and tell me, are you Team Honda or have you already moved on? Because after what I'm about to show you today, you might be switching sides, or you might be doubling down harder than ever. Either way, I need to know. The 2026 Honda CR-V just landed, and Canada is not ready for what Honda has done. This isn't a refresh. This isn't a minor update with a new grille and a couple of extra USB ports. Honda came in with something that genuinely changes the conversation in the Canadian SUV market. And if you've been sleeping on the CR-V because you thought it was just the safe, sensible choice for school runs and Costco trips, wake up. This thing is a statement. Buckle in, because we're going deep on everything Honda just dropped. And by the end of this video, you'll completely understand why Canada is shocked. Let's start with why this matters so much right now. The Canadian SUV market is brutal. You've got the Toyota RAV4 sitting on the throne like it owns the country. You've got the Mazda CX-5 pulling buyers who want something that feels premium without the premium price tag. And then you've got Ford, Hyundai, and Kia all throwing serious hardware at the segment. Honda needed to bring something real to this fight. And with the 2026 CR-V, they did exactly that. Honda didn't just update the CR-V, they rethought what Canadians actually need from a compact SUV in 2026. And the result is a vehicle that hits harder than anything in this class right now. Let's talk about the design first, because the 2026 CR-V is wearing a completely different attitude. Honda has sharpened everything. The front end is more aggressive, more structured, with a wide horizontal light bar connecting the LED headlights, and giving the CR-V a face that finally looks like it belongs in the premium conversation. The hood has more sculpting, the shoulder lines are crisper, and the overall stance is lower and wider than before. From the side, it looks planted. It looks confident. This is not the CR-V your parents drove. The rear carries the same sharp language forward, with full-width LED taillights that make the whole car look wider and more planted at night. Honda got the memo. Canadians want their SUVs to look good, not just perform well, and the 2026 CR-V finally delivers on both. Now let's get inside, because this is where Honda has made the biggest leap. The interior of the 2026 CR-V is genuinely impressive. Honda has moved away from the cluttered, button-heavy dashboards of previous generations and gone with a clean, horizontal layout that puts a large infotainment screen front and center. The materials quality has jumped significantly. Soft touch surfaces where your hands actually land, real stitching on the dashboard trim, and a level of fit and finish that makes this cabin feel like it belongs in a segment above. The seats are wider, better bolstered, and on the higher trims, you're getting ventilated front seats, which if you've ever sat in a parked car in an Ontario July, you know is not optional, it's survival. The rear seat space is exceptional, genuinely class-leading, and the cargo area is massive for the segment. Honda has always been smart about space, but in 2026, they've taken it further. Honda has also completely overhauled the technology suite. The new central display is sharper, faster, and more responsive than anything Honda has put in a CR-V before. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard across the lineup. Finally, no more cables. The digital instrument cluster is crisp and customizable. Honda Sensing, the brand's suite of safety and driver assistance technologies, has been expanded for 2026, and now includes features that were previously reserved for luxury vehicles. We're talking about expanded highway driving assist, improved lane centering, enhanced automatic emergency braking, and a new wide-angle front camera system that helps enormously when you're navigating tight parking situations or pulling out of driveways in the winter with snowbanks blocking every sightline. Canadians know exactly how important that last one is. Let's talk powertrain, because Honda has made a smart move here. The standard 2026 CR-V continues with a turbocharged 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine that produces around 190 horsepower and is genuinely well-matched to the CR-V's character. Responsive in the city, comfortable on the highway, and efficient enough that you're not crying at the pump every week. But the real story for Canada is the CR-V hybrid. Honda has refined the hybrid system for 2026, and the result is something special. The hybrid powertrain combines a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle engine with 2 electric motors to produce around 204 combined horsepower, and this is the number that matters: exceptional fuel efficiency in real-world Canadian driving conditions. Cold starts, highway stretches through Ontario and Alberta, stop-and-go city driving in Vancouver and Toronto. The hybrid handles all of it with a smoothness and efficiency that genuinely impresses. For Canadians who are watching fuel costs and want a step toward electrification without the range anxiety of a full EV, the CR-V hybrid is a compelling answer. Honda has also addressed one of the CR-V's historic weaknesses: driving dynamics. The 2026 model has revised suspension tuning that significantly improves the driving feel. The steering is more precise, the body roll in corners is better controlled, and the overall sense of connection between driver and road has improved noticeably. This is still a family SUV. It's not trying to be a sports car, but the 2026 CR-V no longer feels like you're just pointing it in a direction and hoping for the best. It feels like a vehicle you're actually driving, and that matters to a lot of buyers who've been choosing the Mazda CX-5, specifically because it handled better than the competition. Now, what does this cost in Canada? Honda has been strategic with the 2026 CR-V pricing to stay competitive against the RAV4 and CX-5. The entry-level trims are priced to get Canadians into the showroom, while the higher touring and hybrid trims offer genuine value when you stack them against comparably equipped competitors. When you add up the technology, the space, the refined powertrain, and the improved dynamics, the 2026 CR-V represents serious value in a segment that is more competitive than it has ever been. Here's the bottom line for Canada. The 2026 Honda CR-V is the best CR-V ever built, and it arrives at a moment when Honda needed to prove something. It proves it. The design is sharper, the interior is more premium, the technology is modern and genuinely useful, and the hybrid powertrain positions the CR-V perfectly for where the Canadian market is heading. The RAV4 has been the default answer in this segment for years. The 2026 CR-V is here to change that conversation. Honda isn't playing catch-up anymore. They just took the lead. So let me know in the comments, are you convinced, or are you still staying loyal to the competition? Drop your answer below. And if this video gave you something to think about, hit that subscribe button, because we've got a lot more coming for you on CarWow Canada.